Hey guys, I'm Mark Scott, and thank you for checking out another voiceover tip. I appreciate you watching. If you are watching for the first time, make sure you click the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen, and you'll never have to miss another one of these voiceover tips ever again. Last week, I talked about taking a vacation, and taking a working vacation to be more specific, and whether or not it's right for you. I did it on a recent road trip to Tennessee and had no regrets about it. Thought it was awesome that I was able to record while I was on the road. Whether or not you do it, ultimately it's a personal decision. What works best for you and for your family? That's something that you'll have to talk about, and whether or not you're going to impose limits and what those limits might be. But as a result of that video, one of the questions that came up is, hey Mark, what do you travel with? What sort of stuff do you take on the road? I talked about the fact that in 1995, when I recorded my first voiceover, I had this giant radio studio that I was working in with a great big mixing board, a couple of giant reel-to-reels, a big stack of cart decks, CD players, record players, and all of these things were necessary in order to record and put together a voiceover, whether it was a commercial, whatever the case may be. Now, you need a laptop and a microphone and a USB adapter. Pretty much that's all you've got to have with you, and you're able to record from anywhere. I recorded an audition in the back seat of a Ford Fusion on the side of the interstate and actually booked the job. That's how far the technology has come. So a lot of people wondering about what I travel with, and so I'm going to show you this week. So excuse me while I bounce off and on the frame here as I pull in some of the stuff that I work with, but here is what I am traveling with when I take my voiceover gear on the road. It all starts with my Timbuk2. This is beautiful. My Timbuk2 is a bag that I ordered online. You can check them out. They've got a great website. That is a custom commute. That's what it's called. I was able to customize it by putting the orange on it, which I wanted for, branding purposes, obviously. And it's a great color. The other thing that I love about the custom commute is that it is TSA friendly. You can put your laptop in there. It opens up, slides through security, fits in overhead bins or underneath your seat on an airplane. Love the custom commute. Definitely something that is worth checking out, and it will hold everything that you need to take with you on the road. So absolutely recommend one of those. Next thing I've got is called a Gridit. Now this thing I picked up off of Amazon for about 10 or 15 bucks, and it is amazing. It keeps all of my cables organized. So everything that I need to take with me is in this Gridit. I've got my XLR, I've got USB cables, iPhone chargers, I've got this power bar, which I'll show you. This thing here is fantastic. It's got outlets, it's got USBs on it. Works great in a hotel room for expanding out because there's usually not enough outlets to hook up all of your stuff. So I bought that on Amazon as well, travel with it, and love it. And then I've got my Shure X2U, which I'll show you. And that is my USB XLR adapter, which I'm able to hook up my microphone with. That Shure X2U works great. Picked one of those up from my local music shop. It's got one XLR input. It also has a headphone jack so you can monitor while you are recording, and very, very small and portable for traveling. Microphone-wise, I use my Sennheiser MKH416, and a couple of reasons why. First of all, it's the microphone that I use in my studio, so now I can have consistency of sound when I'm on the road or in the studio. Second thing, the Sennheiser is very, very small, very travel-friendly, which is very helpful, especially if you're maybe only taking a carry-on when you're going on an airplane. The other thing I've discovered is that it's very forgiving from a sound perspective. If you're in a hotel room, there's only so much that you're able to do to control the sound, and I have found that the Sennheiser is very forgiving for recording in a hotel space. Now, this is not a pipe bomb. It's actually a piece of PVC pipe that I picked up from my hardware store, and this whole entire thing, this is a piece of pipe insulation, and then again, the PVC pipe, and this is a PVC cap. I picked this up for under $10, and my microphone fits perfectly inside of this. It is completely safe and protected when I am traveling, and it is literally about a fifth of the size of the case that your MKH416 would come with from Sennheiser. I've got a blog about it. I'll put it in the comments so that you can check that blog out if you want to build one of these things to travel for yourself. I haven't tried to take it through airport security yet. Not sure how that's going to go, but definitely for taking it on the road when I'm driving, it works perfect for traveling with my microphone. So I've got my Timbuk2 to put all my stuff in. I've got my Gridit to keep my cables organized. I've got my X2U for my interface. I've got my MKH416 for recording. These are my Shure headphones, which are really handy. They fold up nice and small, sound great, and it makes them very portable, so I take those Shure headphones with me for monitoring while I'm on the road. And then, of course, I've got my MacBook which I use Adobe Audition with. All of those things fit perfectly into my Timbuk2, which fits perfectly into an overhead compartment or into the back seat of your car. And with that, I am able to take everything on the road that I need in order to be able to record voiceovers. Are you guys traveling with road gear? What do you use? Are you recording into your phone, into your iPad, into a computer? You use a different microphone, a USB microphone? What kind of interface are you using? I'd love to hear from you. Get the dialogue going, share your comments, and maybe I'll buy some new gear as well, depending on what you guys are using and what's cool. Don't forget, like the video, share the video with your friends, pass it around your network, and let's get connected on social media as well. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter. You can check out my blog at marcscottvoiceover.com. And if you are looking for free voiceover advice delivered to your inbox on a regular basis, check out my newsletter at newsletter.marcscottvoiceover.com.